All right, listener, we're bringing it back, hot or not. It's going to be a fun one this time. It's the 80s edition with our pal Mick joining us, and I am going to hand it over to Elena to start the topics.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much, Mick, for joining us today, our esteemed guest. If you haven't listened to this before, it's very simple. We give a number of statements about a particular topic, and today we are doing HVAC trends from the 80s. I'm going to throw them out to you guys, and you're going to have to tell me whether you are still hot or not on these trends. Hot being 100% this is happening, or it happened, we're still hot on it. Not being, no, this was a terrible trend, this is a terrible idea, it never got off the ground, we're not into this anymore. Make sense?
Love it.
Let's
do it.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Statement number 1. In the 80s, we said, thermal storage will be designed on every large chilled water system. Are we hot or not on that idea?
Much to the chagrin of one Mr. Mark Kraken, I'm cold on this one. I could see the potential from the 80s looking forward. We've got the capability. We can shift load around. We can save money, potentially save energy. But this one, it's still around, obviously, but it didn't turn into every large project. I'm going to say not.
I think I would agree with that just because it's not being deployed. It happens a lot. Like, I get involved with a lot of like district energy style projects, and a ton of those do it. But, the every section in there, it's not.
Young Padawans, this is hot. Okay. What he talked about? He talked about thermal energy storage and talked about chilled water systems. It didn't say the thermal energy storage had to be in the chilled water systems. Okay. Look at what people are doing with the building mass. And that's from millennia ago. People used building mass in order to make sure things were going on. Okay. We can say that batteries perhaps are thermal energy storage. They're electrons. Okay. But the idea of storage is hotter today than I think it has been for what I know. I didn't know millennia ago whether or not you think I was alive then.
No, I agree with you. I think the concept, the topic of it is very front and center.
Yeah.
It's the deployment side is the hard one.
So I would say it sounds like Charlie and Dan, you are not hot on this. Mm-hmm. And Mick is hot.
Dissension.
We've got a bit
Dissension
of a debate
in the
here.
ranks.
I lose. Okay, we're good.
Absolutely.
The listeners all win.
Yes.
Exactly. It's the taking part that counts. Statement number 2. CHP, or combined heat and power, will be applied at the majority of new large construction projects, for example, hospitals, large offices, and industrials. Are we hot or not on this idea?
This is the concept of basically putting in power generation at the building and using the waste heat to do heating, to do potentially cooling. If you put it into absorber, I'm assuming in the 80s, absorbers were still kind of front and center as a potential option. And so it would be like a full energy center for a hospital where you have on-site generation, heating, cooling, kind of all in one package. I love the concept. I'm going to say not in terms of the applicability today.
I don't know if I know enough to actually even answer this, because I was going to say I was just at a big hospital project doing a little tour thing, and they showed us their generator. And it was like, hey, look, we can use this. We can offload whenever we have to, and demand's high and that kind of stuff. And I feel like this is done quite a bit, but I don't know this one. I'm going to let Mick weigh it.
I would say not also. And the reason isn't that it can't make sense, because look at the people building data centers. What are they building next to them? Power plants.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hospitals, by law, they have to have some resilience with respect to being able to go through an outage. The issue is the systems are complicated, and they probably don't have the people to run them, to maintain them. So the majority know, but there certainly are very large jobs using them today. Combined heat and power is excellent, particularly when you have a use for that heat. So the use of it, but I'm with Dan and Charles. Because
Charles, nice.
A unanimous not. I like the resoluteness. Statement number 3. VAV systems will become the default for all building types. Are we hot or not on that idea?
Hot all the way.
Yes.
Well, think of it, guys. Before you answer, before you say not, okay? Everything's variable today.
It is, yeah. VAV. So, listener, VAV stands for Variable Air Volume Systems.
I'm glad you said that first because I was going to say not.
Oh, really? I
because
would have said hot the
there's-
whole way for
Because
sure.
it says for all building types, there's different
It is
systems.
the
But
default.
For Mick's answer,
Oh.
yes, I get the the variable volume.
You know, hydronic heating's gotten bigger, but they still have some airflow from a ventilation standpoint. It's variable.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't say just airside systems. So.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think we're all hot on this one.
Dan, did the guys convince you?
I'm there. I'm
You
there.
come round. Okay, unanimous hot. Statement number 4. Variable speed drivers will be used on all components. Are we hot or not on that idea from the 80s?
Oh, I'm hot on that. I think they got that one right.
I lean hot, but like I've brought this up on the podcast that centrifugal chillers don't need VFDs, so it's not on all, but the vast majority of motors will have drives on them, so I can get around to hot just because it's typical.
I'm going to say hot, but it shouldn't be.
Okay.
Because they are. You're right. They're being sold on everything. However, if you have a constant system, why do you have a variable? And what Dan's saying with centrifugal chillers, if you have where you're making a cold water temperature and a hot water temperature, and the compressor can't slow down because of the physics, why do you put a variable speed drive on it? It's a point of failure, it's a cost, and you don't get the benefit. Now, many applications, yes. And frankly, there was a job where we had 5 chillers. One was redundant. It was for a pharmaceutical process in the Caribbean. And they had been sold on variable speed drives. They'd been sold on a technology. And they couldn't slow down. We sold them. We got the job, but it never felt good. Because just because they will doesn't mean it should.
Okay, so quick recap. How many hots or nots?
Hots. I think we're all hot on it.
All hot?
But
Okay.
but with the caveat.
It's hot that they will.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Statement number 5. Building performance standards will become commonplace. So things like LEED, Green Globes, and Energy Star. Are we hot or not on that idea?
I'm hot on that. I think energy standards, like Energy Stars, all over the place. A lot of people use it. LEED's kind of fluctuated, I feel like, in its application or its adoption. Green Globes, I don't know much about, but I think it's commonplace. I absolutely think it's commonplace. But some of them come and go, and they lose favor, and they pick up, and there's new ones like Well that kind of have like a grassroots effort. So I'm hot on it, but I don't know if it's going to continue the same way that it has.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty much aligned. I agree with that. Part I like that you said is they kind of come and go. Like, for a while, LEED was a huge thing, but in the last few years, I've been asked about LEED like 2 times.
Really, these are building performance standards. And that is, a building is going to be required to perform to a certain level.
Oh, yeah. They're like the minimum requirements. Is that what you're getting at?
So building performance standards, it's actually measured. And I'm going to say not, with a caveat. And that is, building performance standards are excellent for getting the benefits of energy reductions, emissions reductions, and things like that. And when I look at things from a global perspective, I don't think it's going to happen that way. I do think there are going to be more incremental changes as we've had in North America, but at different times. I don't know that we'll get to building performance standards everywhere, but certainly there are already pockets. There are already places it's required. Maybe it'll happen. I'm not sure when.
So I just want a quick recap on statement number 5. So we're hot. If we had to pick a side, we're hot.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Okay, 2 to 1.